Over 2,000 years ago, the Nanda Empire held absolute authority over the Indian subcontinent. They commanded an immense concentration of wealth and a deeply entrenched political apparatus that ruled millions. Challenging their military head-on was statistical suicide. The Nanda fielded a massive standing army, fortified by an overwhelming volume of infantry, cavalry, and thousands of war elephants. Look closely at the statue of Chanakya. Notice that he holds a book in one hand and a sword in the other. He was a brilliant scholar who had been publicly slighted by the Nanda dynasty, and in response, he made an audacious vow to uproot their entire ruling structure. To execute this, he found a young man named Chandragupta. At the time, Chandragupta was completely ordinary, a youth living in total obscurity whom no ruling king recognized. Chanakya had the master strategy, but he needed a flawless executor. He recognized that Chandragupta was the perfect raw, ambitious vessel to act as his physical weapon. Their plan began at the empire's furthest reaches, where Chanakya could recruit and mobilize the people the Nanda system had cast aside. Chanakya pushed young Chandragupta through years of rigorous military drills and political instruction, honing his instincts until he possessed the discipline of a veteran commander. They established a strict division of labor. Chanakya operated exclusively as the political compass, calculating every move, while Chandragupta acted as the kinetic, on-the-ground force. This dynamic drove their initial military approach, the periphery strategy. As this map demonstrates, by ignoring the heavily fortified capital, they targeted the empire's vulnerable outer borders, systematically dismantling isolated outposts. Chanakya supported these strikes through a dense network of espionage. He cultivated alliances with rival frontier kings, gathering intelligence and granting much-needed legitimacy to their nascent rebel movement. Chandragupta executed the ground operations through lightning-fast, guerrilla-style raids. He overwhelmed isolated Nanda garrisons before the central command could dispatch reinforcements. Stringing together small, localized victories slowly fractures a massive empire's most vital asset, its illusion of invincibility. To accelerate the collapse, Chanakya deployed specific psychological warfare tactics. He planted rumors and forged correspondence to demoralize Nanda forces and sow deep distrust among their top generals. Out on the battlefield, Chandragupta leveraged his growing reputation. His charisma won over the local populace, allowing him to absorb disillusioned Nanda defectors directly into his own ranks. This rapidly scaled their military capabilities. Highly organized, conventional army. This ancient punch-marked silver coin represents the massive economic engine required to feed and equip those soldiers. The rebels bypassed the central treasury entirely by seizing localized wealth like this directly from the conquered periphery states. Armed with a fully formed military and a surging treasury, the rebels pivoted away from hit-and-run guerrilla tactics. They finally marched directly on the Nanda capital, initiating a massive siege. A perfectly executed strategy of attrition ultimately forces a vastly superior enemy to fight on the underdog's terms. Under the combined weight of massive military pressure and internal decay, the Nanda dynasty's impenetrable defenses shattered. Chanakya's calculated political setup and Chandragupta's brute force execution synchronized perfectly in this final climax, fulfilling the scholar's initial vow. The chaos of war immediately transitioned into strict administrative order. The new leaders moved swiftly to organize and consolidate the conquered territories. The once unrecognized boy was crowned Emperor Chandragupta Maurya, bringing the vast, fractured Indian subcontinent under a single, unified rule. The Maurya Empire was built upon this union of strategy and force. A scholar's long-term plan provided the direction, while a soldier's precision provided the impact, turning a fragmented subcontinent into a single, unified state.